live from the firehouse. It's a Good Night with Christopher Blue. With special guest, June. I'm your co-host, Reverb, and here's your host, Christopher Blue.
Hello, and welcome to Good Night, Christopher Blue. I'm Christopher Blue. We have a wonderful show for you tonight. Tonight, we are speaking with someone who probably can tell your future. But before we get to that, I'd like to thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified whenever we upload new content. When we come back, June Lundgren.
Daddy, what are you doing?
Oh, just working on my boring case for work, drinking out of my boring coffee mug.
Dad, don't you think your life would be a lot better if you were drinking out a mug like this?
Billy, this is the best mug in the world. You are now my favorite child. I was literally considering sending you off to boarding school. But now I'm actually going to put you in my will. Billy, thank you.
Yay!
Become your parents' favorite child by getting them Good Night with Christopher Blue merch. Link in the description. Welcome back. As I said before, we are speaking with a published psychic. She's written books, at least one book on the matter, and we're going to talk to her about it now. Put your hands together, June Lundgren. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you tonight?
Oh, good. Got off work, so there you go.
Yeah. So, you are a psychic, and before we get into that, I do admit I am a skeptic. However, I am not here to try to disprove your gifts. So, tell me a little bit about your gifts as a psychic.
I was born with them. All the women in our family, clear back to the 14th century, all had gifts. It's handed down from female to female. And I'm able to communicate with animals. I can talk to the dead. Everybody can talk to the dead, but that's beside the point. And I can see the future. I can do a lot of different things. I can see demons in their true form. I can kill demons. I can remove them from locations. I've been doing that for a long time.
So, was this something that you grew up knowing about? Because I'm guessing your mother taught you.
I was raised by my maternal grandmother,
Okay.
and she was a psychic medium, and she knew that I had the gifts just by looking at me. And so I stayed with her up until the age of 5, and she taught me, what to look for and the good versus the bad, and how to communicate with animals, which came naturally to me. But I didn't start dealing with demons until I was in the military, when I was 18, 19 years of age. Wow. I could always see them, but I just ignored them for the most part. until I died and went to the other side. Then it was a whole other situation.
So I guess tell me a little bit about what the other side's like.
When you go, I was riding my motorcycle and a woman ran a red light and hit me. So I was clinically dead for 2 minutes. But I went to the other side. There was a white tunnel, and I saw my grandparents there waiting for me. And Michael the Archangel was there as well. And they told me that, there's a reason for you being here. So the reason is that you need to understand who and what you are and what your job is in the world. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just me. And Michael's, no, you don't understand. He says, your soul belongs to Ariel the Archangel, that she was sent down to relive mortal lives until she learned to have compassion for mankind. And I had no idea who Ariel was or anything else. So he said, you need to go back and you need to start doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's helping mankind with demons. So when I went back into my body, I ended up in the hospital, and I looked up, the internet was new at that time, and I looked up to see if I could find anything on Ariel, and there was not much other than the fact that she's one of the 5 that guard the throne of God, and her name means Lion of God. But she's so much more. Michael said, you have to understand, you have to be able to be in sync because you're one. Your soul is Ariel. So he did what he calls a merge. And from that day forward, I can see through her eyes, and I can hear what she hears and see what she sees, and the knowledge that she has. And people tell me that when I'm in the presence of a demon, she comes forward and my consciousness goes to the back. And people tell me that when that happens, they see physical manifestations. They see wings coming out of my shoulders. They see my eyes turn white and my face and voice changes. But,
That's fascinating. Now, I have a couple people here who are interested in possibly getting a psychic reading.
uh-huh.
Would you be able to perform a psychic reading?
I can do one, but I never do them on shows, because if there's something negative that comes through or something that I need to tell them that I don't want the whole world to know, it's too many years of medicine, HIPAA,
Yeah. Well, I will say we will edit out anything that needs to be edited out, or anything that you're uncomfortable with having on camera. You just let me know and we could edit it out. Would you be willing to go ahead and?
Yeah.
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 All
If
right.
somebody wants to have some questions, sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to move over to the couch. So we're going to have my mom come on stage. She loves this kind of stuff, and she was really excited to get to talk to you. So I'm going to go ahead and have her take the seat.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering, can you see anyone around me?
Two people, one on your right and one on your left. The one on your right is a female. She's about 50 years old, or at least that's how she looks, about 50 years old. And her name is Ellen or Helen. And she is one of your guides. She takes care of the day-to-day things in your life, helping you with. And the other one is Sare, and she takes care of the more urgent things in life, like the big things, like buying a car, having a child, things like that. And so that's what they take care of, and they are your guides and guardians.
Okay. Do you, I don't know. Do I have any danger or any things I should caution
I don't,
myself?
I don't see any negatives around you, but and you are intuitive. There's a lot of times when you'll know about something, or just instinctively know, and that's your intuition or intuitiveness. And sometimes you let your head talk you out of it, and that gets you kind of in trouble. You're better off just to, and when you have the feeling, just go with the feeling. Don't let your brain talk you out of it. 9 times out of 10, if you're going down the road and your intuition says turn left, but your head said no, 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 I want to turn right because I want to go here, and then you turn right and then you get in an accident. When you say, oh man, I should have turned left. It's that sort of thing, that you have to listen to your intuition, because you have a strong one.
Yeah.
It just, like I said, you're like most people. We listen to our brain.
Can you see if I have any health issues or anything that I should be concerned about or cautious about?
I don't see any cancer. I do see some blood pressure issues and some issues with high cholesterol, which there's plaque buildup in your arteries, but it's not significant amount. It's just a small amount, like everybody does. By the time you reach 21, you already have arterial sclerosis. The nurse in me tell you that. But yeah, no, I don't see anything major.
Okay, thank you.
Give it a round of applause for my mom, everybody. All right, thank you for that, June.
Yeah, she's very nice.
I would like to give you time to talk about the book that you've written.
Which one?
Yeah. Let's talk about your latest book. What's the title?
The one, well, I have one that I've released just recently called Demon Seekers into Darkness.
Okay.
It's a second fantasy book in a series of 7.
Okay.
And it takes place, it's basically about it's based on reality. There are 7 archangels in the world today. The first book, Demon Seekers, The Awakening, it was was the first one. And it's about the first archangel, which is Ariel. The second one, Demon Seekers into Darkness, is about Hanel, the archangel. And it takes place, and the climax of the book takes place in Stonehenge, which I visited several times. So it's a really good place for the book. One I released last year was called Demon Seer, The Awakening. And it talks about how negative entities affect us in our everyday lives and how they work behind the scenes and cause problems. And there's a really good chapter on protection. And there's one on how to help yourself and where to find help. The Johnson brothers are deliverance ministers. Their connection and information is in the book. Mine, Father Bob Bailey's stuff is in the book. The Archbishop of the Order of St. Michael of the Exorcists, he's in the book. Ron Fayal, all people I know. So there's a lot of places for people to go to find help, and that's basically why I wrote the book.
Wonderful. Where can people go to learn more about you and maybe pick up your books?
They can go to Amazon.com. My books are all there. There's 11 of them. And they can go to my website, demonseer.com, or I'm on Facebook under June Lundgren, any of those places. And I'm on Pinterest.
I'll make sure that your links are in the description of this video so people can come check you out.
Okay.
June, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks for having me. Take care of yourself.
Well, that's our show. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to click that bell so you get notified whenever we upload new content. Until next time, good night, my sweet baby angels. I'll see you in the future.